everyone, welcome back. It's been a while. Honestly, I feel like I should just have a playlist on YouTube that it's like, Michaela tells her life story since the last time she made a video. Yeah, so I haven't made a video in a while, at least not about anything that is my life or anything that I've done in the last 6 months. So I guess this video today is just gonna be a bit of like a catch up on my life, what I've been reading, what I've been doing. So this video is probably just going to be me sitting here talking about some things that I've read and some things that I've done and some things that have happened, and yeah. I guess I'll start with the reason that I haven't been here, and that is because I managed to get a full-time job, which I didn't think that I was going to do in the immediate future, and then I did it. In April, I actually got offered a job, so that's the reason I kind of haven't made any videos, because A, Vita burnt me out, and B, I just haven't had time. I spend all of my time, I wake up, I go to work, I come home, I go to the gym or I go to training, and I sleep, and then wash, rinse, repeat. But I've really missed YouTube, and I've really missed sitting here and like telling everyone what I've read and like really getting to sort of talk about the books that I've read, because not really many people in my life really enjoy listening to me talk about the books that I've read. Or BTS, but they get that as well anyway, so that's kind of like the biggest thing that's happened to me in the last couple of months. I've only been in it for about a month and a half, so it's still pretty new, and still I'm very like unsure about what I'm doing, but it'll come with time and I'll learn and it'll be fine. Another thing, I got some new glasses. I really like these. I got these ones and I got these ones, and I just really like them, and I think that they're really cool. I got these because they're very like Harry Potter-ish, which I think is really cool, but I do prefer these ones. I got them from Firmu, not sponsored, but Firmu, if you want to sponsor me. What else has happened? Oh yeah, so BTS released a new album and it's pretty good. I have a lot of thoughts about this, so I might make an entirely separate video about the album and the songs on it and what I think of it, and just the entire comeback as well, because that was pretty interesting. I have a lot of thoughts that won't go into this video, but BTS released a new album is good. In terms of what I'm reading at the moment, I started reading The Elephant Vanishes by Haruki Murakami back in I think March, and I think I've made it like 12 pages in. I haven't properly like set aside time to sit down and read this one, which I think is what I might need to do, because it is quite a different writing style to what I'm used to, and so I'm taking a really long time to sort of get into it. But I'm sure once I'm into it, I'll start like actually like flying through them, because they're a whole bunch of short stories. So it should be pretty good. Once I actually get into it, I'll probably update you a bit more, but I am reading this slowly. And oh my god, I have been reading this book for months and it's killing me, but I have to finish it because I like the series. I just think that this book is really dry at the moment and I'm just struggling. And it is The Broken Eye by Brent Weeks. I think I'm in a reading slump, so that's probably contributing to this as well, but like I'm this far through it and I've been just struggling. I've been reading this at a snail's pace. I read like 5 pages here and there and then I put it down because I get distracted or something else happens and I just can't get into the story. I'm so sad because the first 2 books had such good potential, and I'm honestly unsure as to whether or not I'm going to continue reading this series after this book. I guess it all depends on the end of the book and how captivating it is, but I'm just so stuck on this. I'm so stuck. And I just want it to be finished so that I can read other books, because I find it really hard to read other fantasy stories while I'm already reading a quite a high, dense fantasy world. So I have so many books on my shelf that I've been like, yeah, I really want to read that, but I can't yet because I'm still reading this. But I've read a lot of other like contemporary and other genres in between, so more on that now. To start with, I re-listened to Illuminate and Gemini on audiobooks. These were phenomenal. I read them as the physical copies the first time and they were just incredible, but the audiobooks were just amazing. It was a whole different experience to the world and you were able to sort of connect voices with characters a bit more. So when I picked up Obsidio and I read the physical copy of Obsidio, I was sort of reading it in the voices of the characters that I'd heard in the audiobooks, which I found really interesting. Yeah, so I read Obsidio and this book was, it was good. I really liked it, but it was kind of a letdown in a way, and I think it was because that they had so many different storylines all happening inside this one story, and the jumping between them, I didn't really get the character development of the new set of characters in this that we had in the last one. So in Gemina, they introduced a completely new cast of characters, and I thought that was really good because you could really connect with those characters and you had a whole story too, but this one they intertwined all of the other storylines as well, and so there was just so much happening that there wasn't that character development, I think. And I think that this story is very, very driven by the characters, and I love the characters in these stories. But I really enjoyed it. I think it was a pretty good conclusion to the story, and yeah, so I think I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars. God damn it, why do they do this? I then proceeded to listen to A Court of Thorns and Roses, A Court of Mist and Fury, and A Court of Wings and Ruin on audiobook as well, just to sort of reintroduce myself to that world too. I feel a bit bad rereading books at the moment because I have so many that I haven't read. I think that audiobooks are a great way to re-immerse myself into a world of things without having to put time and effort into actually reading them. But yes, I listened to the series again in preparation for A Court of Frost and Starlight, which I read, and I just... so disappointing. Almost none of the books that I've read between now and last time I updated you on books have been good. I just haven't had a good book yet, and I'm so sad. But I read A Court of Frost and Starlight. It was nice to sort of be with the characters again and sort of see how they're going after the end of A Court of Wings and Ruin. I'm not going to say anything for spoilers, but this book was just like a bit slow. Nothing really happened. Some of the characters were a bit weird. I understand that it's like the bridging book between this series and the next one, which I'm pretty sure is going to be from different character perspectives, I think. Don't quote me, I'm not sure. But yes, this was kind of slow, boring, incredibly short, and not as good as the last ones. So I think I gave this like a 4 out of 5 or a 3.5 out of 5 stars. Something along those lines. I then read It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. Again, another book that I have just like a lot of feelings about that I don't think are positive. Characters in this book give me some feelings that I don't agree with. Again, I'm not going to go into anything for this book in this video because that's just way too in-depth. But this book was interesting, and I think I gave it 3 out of 5 stars because I actually read it and was quite captivated by it, but that's just because I like Colleen Hoover's writing and not because I enjoyed the story. I then read Release by Patrick Ness. I picked this one up because I really enjoyed The Rest of Us Just Live Here by Patrick Ness. I think he is a great writer. I love the way he writes stories and the way that he tells a story. I think that it's really unique, and I can't put my finger on it as to why it's so different, but I just really enjoy the way that he writes, and I just was not happy with the story of this book. Again, it was kind of another one that had an interesting premise to it. I was just a little bit confused the entire time, and I didn't really enjoy the story or how it ended, or it was just all very anticlimactic, and it just wasn't it didn't really hit the mark for me. But I did really enjoy the way that it was written, and that was pretty much the only reason that I continued to read it after I'd started it. So I think I gave this a 3.5 out of 5 stars. I then read There's So Much I Want to Tell You by Anna Okana. This is an autobiography by her that is set in a way that she writes letters to her little sister who committed suicide. I enjoyed this book. I think that a lot of the messages and lessons that this has inside of it are really, really good. It's a lot of stuff that I've kind of already picked up here and there, like finances and like dealing with your mental health and all of that sort of stuff. I kind of already knew a fair bit of the stuff going into this book, but it was still really nice to read it and to see her take on things, so I gave this a 3.5 out of 5 stars. And finally, last night I finished A List of Cages by Robin Rowe. This is one that I thought that I would fly through, and it took me like a week, which again, at the moment isn't too bad. Like, I'm pretty bad with reading at the moment, but I read A List of Cages. I have some feelings about this. I enjoyed it. It wasn't bad. I just wasn't super captivated by the story, I guess. I like the messages that it sent, but again, it dealt with some things that I'm really glad are being represented in young adult fiction because they are situations that do happen, unfortunately, in life. And I'm not going to say anything to spoil it. If you want to read this, I recommend going into it without knowing anything because holy shit, the feelings that you get from it are intense. Yeah, it was interesting. Gave it a 3 out of 5 stars. So that's everything that I have read in the last, when did I last make a video? I think it was February that I last told you what I read. So that's pretty sadly everything that I've read since February. I'm really hoping that now that I've settled into my job a bit more and I have a bit more routine to my life that I will be able to sort of find time to sit down and read. But again, it's so hard to balance doing your washing and being an adult and making food, cleaning dishes, going to the gym. Like it's a hassle. Being an adult is a hassle. But yeah, so that's kind of just like an update on everything that I've done in the last 5 months. Let me know in the comments down below what you've done since I've been gone. I'd love to have a chat with you about it because I haven't done anything, so I'd like to see if anyone else has done things in terms of reading and watching things. Have you watched any good shows? Have you read any good books? Let me know. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will hopefully be back with some more videos in the near future. I hope you're having a great day and I'll see you next time. Bye!